Technical difficulties these days, as most people are aware, to see if this stream's actually working. See what we got going here. See if I can find my stream on YouTube. Sometimes it's a pain in the neck to get things working. Here we go. Let's see. Ah, it's working. Hey out there in this great wide world, happy August 25th, 2018. Here we are in the 7th wave, the final wave, before the great wave overtakes us all. Some wild things going down here, my friends. So I just got some body work done about an hour ago with my Qigong teacher. I trained with him for about 5 years. If you're in Cleveland, you want to look up Todd Livingood at alchemyofwellness.com. Let me see here. I'm going to post this in his website. He does Tibetan emotional release. He does deep tissue, cranial sacral. Todd Livingood. He put me in an altered state here. So I'm drinking a lot of water. Whenever you do body work, you're gonna detox. So let me pop his website in the chat here. If you're in Cleveland, check him out. Hey, Mice Guy, how you doing? Just caught your... I'm trying to keep up with the chats here. How are you tonight? Good to see you here. Oh, yeah. Yes. Todd Livingood is here. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, brother. You're still out there in the mists of Huntington Beach? What's up, people? So I want to talk about the 7th wave from Lisa Harrison. Did the 7th wave start July 31st? Based on certain statistics, the 7th wave, it's what some people call the 7th seal, the crown chakra. Yeah, it's funny, the 144, I was just reading an article, Mice Guy was saying lucid dreaming. Yeah, a lot of people are having wild dreams. But I saw that there were 144 major earthquakes in the last week. And then we have this hurricane that was hitting Hawaii, but it seemed to veer off track. Yeah, I've been having some wild dreams too, but these kind of coincide with these waves that are penetrating the earth. Plus, I'll put a link, let me see here if I can get it in there. So Todd and I are going to be doing some practice here Monday. Hopefully Monday, we're going to go to the lake and call on the sky being, so I might stream that live if everything goes well. Let's see what we got here. Boom, boom, boom. So Lisa Harrison's latest video, she was talking about the 7th wave that hit on July 31st. I don't know if you can see this on my website, Prime Disclosure, but from the 31st, there's a chart here from the 7th wave penetrating to August 28th when it hits 100%. Right here around the 25th, which was today, we're at 12%. Linear time, it's 90% for this wave to fully manifest. Hello, Lisa Luhu. How you doing? There's Skybeams. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, send them our way, my Sky. A lot of people see lights coming in and out of Lake Erie. We're gonna be, we've done this before at Lake Erie, and last time a bright light manifest, and Todd's wallet was disappeared out of his pocket but was recovered weeks later, and we called it the Alien Fund when we went to Mount Shasta. Luciano. So yeah, I just jumped on Lisa's video. You can see here I just happened to stop at 1 hour 44 minutes and 49 seconds. So these synchronicities keep happening, I'm sure, as they are for everyone watching. Oh yes. We're gonna leave our wallets at home next time, or actually don't put any cash in them. Yes, sir. You know, those crazy shamans, they'll play tricks on us. We weren't sure if it was a shaman or a alien or a sky being that stole the wallet, but hey, you know, good times, good times. So as you can see on let me see if I can, I'm not doing very well at multitasking here. How was the lake tonight, Todd? Pretty sweet. I know there's some mists that are coming here. The dragon mist is manifesting. Yeah, I see John McCain passed away. He traveled on. Let's see where he is going to end up. I would say rest in peace, but after all his crimes against humanity, I don't think he's going to be getting a lot of rest here. But I'll be kind and say peace be with you. Hopefully you heal. Yes, the dragon's breath. She is breathing. Let's see. Yeah, 1s and 4s. So part of this chart here, this is from Lisa Harrison, Lilu's number sequence 11, 77, 33, 11. So a lot of people are seeing this 37, 73, 11, 11. But this is the chart of the sequence of from this wave, this galactic wave that is hitting the Earth right now. So in this timeline here, from linear to exponential, the 25th and the 26th is when noticeable change is going to happen in the energy field of the Earth. The Earth's getting hit with a magnetic wave. So as you can see, for the next few days, this exponential, we're going to go from 12 to 25, 50 to 100% by August 29th. Now if you check out this website, Schrodinger's Other Cat, let me put a link here so you can check out these. This article shows, like, on July 31st there was a major pulse in the Schumann resonance, and 2 enormous geomagnetic events were off the charts. on from July 31st to August 1st, and then the Schumann resonance, there was a big pulse that happened. And it's very rare because we're at a solar minimum, but the sun has been giving off some major solar flares. Yeah, the planet is getting an upgrade for sure, and our DNA is being upgraded. So the solar winds jumped off the charts too, which is very rare when we're at a solar minimum. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get in here on this computer. Oh. So when you get a chance, watch the video. I'm going to put a link here, boom, to my website, Prime Disclosure. You can check out this article on Schrodinger's cat, the changes that there was a big earthquake at 22:22. That was in the beginning of the month. And then look at the I believe this is a Schumann resonance. The electromagnetic field of the earth is doing some crazy stuff too. So a lot of people are getting these downloads of galactic codes. So this seventh seal coincides with the you know, the seventh wave. There's a book, yeah, I was reading a book about the seventh seal, which is the crown chakra. That's opening up for many people. So check out the video, Lisa's latest video on deconstructing the construct of the matrix. Yeah, a lot of people are hearing ringing in their ears and getting tingling in their body. So just be aware in the next few days to the 29th, there's going to be an exponential growth. Now, Aluna Ash talked about that the event is projected within the next 10 to 90 days. Now, a lot of these dates, they're just anchoring in different timelines into the earth and into our DNA. So I know people get frustrated when major events don't happen on these dates, but it's coming. The waves are coming. The shift is happening. The event is coming soon. So here's from WSO channel, Strong Magnetic Interactions in the Heart. This is an hour video. It's worth checking out. This is also on the page in the link that around July 21st there was big magnetic pulse that hit the earth. Now if you check out Cosmic Christie and Akasha Anne Marie Starcy, they're given different galactic codes. Let's see here. So it's Cosmic Christie, CHRS. Hey Virginia, how you doing? Yeah, a lot of people are channeling these light languages. So this, these were codes from Lemuria. Now this image is from Cosmic Christie's. This was in Hawaii, in Maui, on 8/24. Yeah, actually yesterday. There's a lot of strange anomalies in the sky. Just like my sky said. Yeah, atmospheric compression. Hey, Mike Wick 77. Yes, shock waves from a single pulse event. So this, yeah, these events. Now people are saying, is this going to be multiple events or one event? So the way I see it, it's, you know, multiple events lead up to one major event. It's kind of like there's these energies are rising up until it hits a critical mass. It's kind of like pressure building up until the, kind of like in a supernova, it compresses and compresses and then it explodes. So you could say each compression is an event until the supernova explodes, and that would be like the final event or the major event that shifts. So these cosmic rays and cosmic radiation, it is known that they can mutate DNA. So what really is a mutation of DNA? The way I see it, it's the code. The code is being upgraded, the code is changing. Now there's 64 codes to every strand of DNA, and it's been told that these codes are really your life plan, your life story is this code. It's kind of like the story, the movie, the code of the movie. 64, and the I Ching had 64 codes, 64 hexagrams that the Taoist masters could tell your future based on these 64 codes. Yeah, Lisa's doing a lot of great work. So everything's being exposed right now. We're in the time of the revelation. I want to thank everyone too that's subscribed to my channel, everyone that's leaving comments, everyone in the tribe. Now a lot of people are having crazy dreams and a lot of back pain. Someone was saying the earth angels are getting their wings back. So if you check out like Tolek's channel too, he's had a guy named M and Miss M. He wrote a book about the Seventh Seal, but there's a they put out a seminar trying to see deep disclosure. Let's see. There's a Seventh Seal Summit with Tolek and Sedona, activating the divine within. You can pick this up, I think, for 33 bucks on their website, deepdisclosure.com. Let me see if I can find it. Deepdisclosure.com. It's definitely worth, yeah, 33 bucks, the Seven Seals Summit. It's all on Vimeo. There's some healing music, interviews with M and Miss M talking about the alliance and these shifts, opening up the Seventh Seal activation. Light Star, who speaks the light language, has a hour lecture, channeling, some guided meditations, some activations. It's good stuff. So yeah, check out Cosmic Christie's site. There's she channels some Lemurian codes. Now some people said that this hurricane, it could have been a lot worse. Now it kind of veered off before it totally hit Maui. you know, there are a lot of light workers on the Hawaiian Islands right now, and this was Lemuria, Lemuria. Now, if you listen to Cryon, he has like the Lemurian chants and that. Some pretty cool stuff. So check out M and Mrs. M's Deep Disclosure, because they're talking about a lot of the funds that are being released for humanitarian efforts through the Dragon families of China and the Alliance that that they are working directly with. They're the official White Hat intel. So the White Hats also go by the Galactic and the Earth Alliance. It's the Galactic and Earth Alliance united for global unity. And this isn't the New World Order. See, the Cabal and the Deep State, they hijacked the New World Order. See, there's just like everything. There's the Vimeo channel is password protected. You have to get it through Deep Disclosure. deepdisclosure.com. It's $33. I had to pay that, so I can't share the password because that is their channel. So you can just go to deepdisclosure.com and click on the Seven Seals Summit video content. It's $33, but it's well worth every penny. It's like I think 5 or 6 hours of videos. Hey Polar Bear, I like that name. It's cool. I was at the Asian Lantern Festival at the Cleveland Zoo yesterday. It was really cool. If you want to show you there was this cool dragon. But they had these really cool lanterns. There's these huge lanterns made out of frame with silk that are lit up. I'll see if I can show you some images here, but it is really cool. Yeah, see this dragon here? This is the first time it's ever been in Cleveland, but it was some of the coolest art. Like, this thing was massive here with these phoenix and then the dragons. This is like Kuan Yin or some deity of some sort. But it was really cool. Pretty amazing artwork. See these jellyfish? Now, can you see that? Yeah. I mean, look at this thing. That was pretty impressive. I think there was over 100 displays. Just amazing artwork. This dragon was like over 100 foot long, like 100 feet or something. It was pretty sweet seeing this, and the reflecting in the water. It's pretty mystical. Check out this thing. This creature was pretty sweet. I don't even know what it was. Some kind of tiger. And there is this awesome tiger that came right up to this fence that we were standing at. And he was massive. You could just see the power in this creature. Look at these things. These lions, lanterns. It was amazing. You know, the Asians have some really amazing culture. These butterflies that were, it was just so brilliant. It's very surreal. So there's even, I put this video too from this 4-year-old that was talking about the event, you know, in his own terminology, but children are talking about these energies that are shifting. You know, Dolores Cannon talked about the third wave. The third wave of these children are coming in with their full memories intact, helping guiding people. Now, a lot of people are getting very impatient. I understand that. We've been waiting a long time for this shift. Many people were let down that 2012 they didn't have anything really, to most people's perception, anything really major happened, but a lot of people are talking about that this timeline's merge. There was a merging, so you know, you're seeing it in this Mandela effect, and it's yeah, September's supposed to be a big month for these energies, for the shift, and like M and Miss M talk about November 11th, which will be 11/11. Everything is going to be in full swing. By the 22nd is the Gold Gate. So within the next couple months, a lot of things are going to be exposed and revealed. We are in the time of the revelation where all things are going to be revealed. And you're seeing more and more people coming out talking about these dark entities, dark forces that, you know, control Hollywood and politics, and, you know, with the human trafficking and all this stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are purging. Yeah, in multiple ways, physical, non-physical. So let's see if I can. But more and more people are coming out daily talking about these changes that are happening in this earth realm. A lot of people channeling the light languages. Shekinah Rose has a lot of good, great, amazing light language singing and chants. So yeah, Akasha Anne-Marie Starseed has been transmitting a lot of these cosmic galactic codes. See if I can play a clip here. I don't know.
That she wants to. I could see from Robert. Particularly the cosmic connect. By all, and even me, I went.
Okay, that one's not a great example.
To have this opportunity.
Let me see here. Yeah, check out Tolek's channel. Tolek from Andromeda, I think. Tolek. The Andromedan Council. Tolek from Dakota. This is, if you haven't checked out his channel, so you can, Shekinah Rose. You can check out her. And I'll pop that in there. Let's see what we got here. Boom, boom. Yeah, you have to laugh to keep from crying. We're definitely in some intense times. A lot of people, especially the last couple days, are either getting really angry, really depressed. People are talking about suicide, not being able to take it anymore, too much energy, you know, too much feelings, emotions. You know, you just gotta hang in there. This will be over before you know it. You just keep going through and through and through till we break on through to the other side. I mean, I get it. Many days I'm impatient and look forward to the fifth dimension, the higher realms. A lot of people are transitioning now too. Almost every day I'm hearing is either someone I'm directly connected to, or second degree of separation that have transitioned from this realm. Many light workers are leaving along with the dark, but the light workers, Lisa talks about this, how their light and their soul is actually, as they transition, their light is going into the firmament, into that field that whatever they call the dome, or the field around the earth or over the earth, however you want to look at it. To help thin the veil is getting thinner every day, and people are seeing it like cracks in the firmament, and they're seeing the patterns in the firmament. And Barry Long, in his book A Prayer for Life, let's see what we got here, talks about, before he passed, about the energy that was coming to the earth. Now he said he believed that, let me pop this up here too, because this is a great book to read, because he talked about no matter what happens through this transition, now he believed that his the vision that he had was that most life is going to transition when this energy hits, and the life that's left behind will carry on through to, here it is, the prayer for life, the cause and cure of terrorism, war, and human suffering. But he talked about a wave that was going to penetrate to this earth. This energy that was heading to earth was going to cause most life to transition. But he said no matter what happens, the children will still laugh and play, and the birds will still sing. Meaning that life will go on. Life is eternal, regardless if it's in the matrix or not, if we're in the false matrix or in the divine matrix. See, we live in a paradox, because there's great beauty and great sordidness. Now, Krishnamurti talked about that God is the great beauty and the great sordidness, or the the suffering, the beauty, and that which we would call ugly. There's a great Buddhist Zen parable or story that talked about a man was being chased by a tiger through the woods, and he comes to a cliff, and he climbs out on this tree branch, and it was a 1,000-foot drop, and the tiger sat there waiting. So he was on like the edge of life and death. If he climbed back to the cliff, the tiger would have killed him. If he let go of the branch, he would fall and die. And there was a strawberry vine that he saw growing on the branch, and as he contemplated what he should do, he reached out and grabbed that strawberry and ate it, and he thought how sweet this strawberry tastes. Because sometimes, like Don Juan would tell Carlos that, use death as an advisor. Like, how would you live your life if this was the last day? How would you live your life if this was your last moment? And there was a Zen master, Kongo Roshi, that I trained with a little bit back in the early 90s. Kongo means diamond in Japanese. that he would say practice your meditation, practice your art as if your hair was on fire. Meaning like practice as if this was your last moment. Yeah, penetrate may not be the greatest term to use about the energy, but it's like emanating, it's penetrating into this realm. So yeah, every word has a positive and a negative. You know, every word has a different aspect, but I'm trying to think of a good synonym to use, but I can't think of anything right now. To inundate, or to, I don't know. I know I think that sometimes when I say it, it's like, maybe I'll start using a different word. You put penetrate, the first thing, penetrates, and to pierce, to puncture, to, I don't know, infiltrate. So yeah, one of Barry Long's that he predicted that our planet will not be able to withstand the extent of man's corruption, and that eventually a more evolved humanity will inherit a new Earth. That the vision of future where human beings will have been utterly transformed. So, you know, reading this book, it pushes on every threshold, because he penetrates deep into truth. There we go with penetrate again. Permeate is a good one. Thank you, my sky. I know, you were being silly. But, trust me, I'm sure you're not the only one that was thinking that. Weird and wild stuff. So it looks like, you know, MMSM are working with a group that have this art-backed cryptocurrency called Meta One Coin, which the currency will be backed by art. And it's funny, I was just reading, you know, the Mayan, I think one of the elders was talking about that we're shifting from, you know, the concept of like time as money, or lack of time, to time as art. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about too. That, you know, instead of sitting waiting for the event, you know, live your passion. Find something that you're passionate about. If it's music, dancing, art, some kind of art, because we all have that creative spirit within. And most people that are in this realm, especially if you're depressed, have anxiety, fear, your spirit in a sense has been broken. Not that it can't be unbroken, but there was a book written by a psychologist called The Caged Human Animal, which he talked about, you know, the system of the world was set up to, you know, it was like with the education system, was set up to break the human spirit, just like breaking the spirit of like a horse to be able to ride on its back. So humans walk around basically with a broken spirit. That's why many people go to shamans and that to help heal that brokenness, that fractured self, the splintered self. And part of this great awakening is living your passion, living your truth, living from the spirit, living from the heart. So one of the things I took back up was nature photography, because I spent 10 years doing that. I was a starving artist for many years. Another thing, kayaking in the rivers and lakes. around here. Getting out to nature, you know, grounding into the earth. Yeah, exactly. That the military, that's all about breaking down and then building back up, but with their in a systematic way. But we all have that creativity within us, the passion for life, the passion for art, and everything. Anything can be an art. You know, we have the art of tea, the art of kung fu. You know, obviously the arts of painting, drawing, sculpting. But your life is an art. Your life is the great mystery manifesting into the void. Oh, that, yeah. The military school in Tennessee on an old plantation. So that suffering just continued, you know, the suffering of the, sure, the, you know, the slave system, which is still very active today, but in a more of an underground and a covert way, especially with the human trafficking and the child slavery, the sex slavery, the twisted thing that the dark forces and the dark energies and these lower 4D entities are feeding off of, and the archons are feeding off of. But those energies are going away. Those energies are being taken off planet or out of this realm. I don't even like to call it a planet anymore. I like to call it a realm. Once you realize the matrix is a sequence of code. Very cool. Yeah, that's a cool art. Cloud sculpting. I like that, my sky. So part of this cryptocurrency, I know it's digital currency and it's the some of the dark energies are using it for their gain, but ultimately it was a way for humanity to get off of the control of the central banks, the central banking system. But we'll see what the future holds, because part of the shift is getting out of all currency. You know, the currency is art, the currency is compassion, and the currency is helping humanity. That is the new currency, and that is the new time, the timelessness, the time travel. Did I put deep disclosure link? I'm going to throw this deep disclosure link because you want to watch these videos. These are with Tolek, I believe. Yeah, Tolek from the Andromeda Council. You know, right on their homepage. Those are worth checking out. Those were from a few months ago. Oops, too much. Yeah, they're going to be revealing what they're doing. Now they're working with the Alliance and the Dragon families of China, so they're going to start releasing funds for humanitarian efforts, which I believe they already have been doing. So this was a very good interview too, conversation with Adana with Star Ancestry, talking about this sun dance and these ceremonies. So the Native Americans have been allowing non-natives to participate in a lot of their ceremony now. I spoke with Chief Golden Light Eagle a couple years ago, and he invited me to Sundance, but unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity to go to it. But he's talking a lot about, you know, this is the first time in our timeline, in our history, that the natives are teaching non-natives their arts, their rituals, their traditions, their ceremonies, and also the concept of the eagle flying with the condor. Hey Dusika, I hope I pronounced your name right. How you doing? I'm glad you made it here from Slovenia. Love and light, my friend. What time is it in Slovenia? It's 10:14 Eastern time here. So tomorrow, the 26th, you should really be feeling some positive energies, some, you know, some of these last few days until the 29th, a lot of people are going through a purging of some sort, in many different ways. And plus, you know, what you want to do is have a journal by your pillow, by your bed. I want to show you too, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but you're going to be getting some downloads in your dreams. And you know, if you wake up in the middle of the night, write down the first thing that comes to your mind. It's going to help you remember your dreams too. I had a Qigong master come to me in my dream last night that gave me a couple transmissions. But you know, keep that journal right by your pillow, and you know, write down the first thing you see, you know, upon waking, if it's in the middle of the night, in the morning. But I've been having some very vivid dreams the last week, and I had this very clear, very real, vivid dream, and I was telling it to my twin flame, and she had the exact same dream like 4 days prior. It was about, I was in her apartment trying to lock the front door. Someone was trying to get in. I couldn't lock the door. Then it ended up being like someone that knew her, and it was cool. But at first this van pulled up, and it was very mysterious, and it was like, uh-oh, I don't want someone knowing I'm here. And the place was empty, and I was trying to lock the front door, and I couldn't, no matter how much I tried. Hola, Alexander. Welcome. So I'm gonna ring this chime here, like this little singing bowl. Let's do some sounding here. There we go. Here's a crystal double terminated from Arkansas. Maybe that's Mount Ida. 4 o'clock in the morning. You are up early. Yeah. Love you, Jessica. Love the light. Family of the light team of 144. All it takes is 144 souls to lift all of humanity. We're all putting our light together. Those that are remaining, those that are staying here in this realm through this shift, your love, energy, light is combining around this realm. This whole realm is being filled with light. It's being filled with love and truth. So here's the chart again. So today, the 25th, we're at 90% activation, linearly, 12% exponentially, exponential completion of the 7th wave. So tomorrow on the 26th, which will be the full moon, we'll be at 90% linear and 12%. The 27th on Monday, Moon Day, will be at 25%, will be a quarter wave. And that's in a jump on the 28th and 29th, 50 to 100%. So a lot of good things are coming. Now, Paramahansa Yogananda would teach that all beings are seeking the same thing, which he called eternal bliss consciousness, which means that we want to be in that state of peace and joy and bliss eternally, every moment. And we want to be conscious of it. We don't want to be unconscious. We want to be aware and conscious. We don't want to fall asleep. You know, we don't want to go into that void. We want to be fully awake, fully aware, while experiencing that beauty, peace, joy, light, bliss. So no matter how we accomplish that, that's why even people that try to commit suicide or do, they believe that death is a more blissful state than, or heaven, whatever they believe. Even atheists that believe nothing happens, they believe that nothing is more of a blissful state than the suffering that, you know, because people that take their own lives, they're suffering greatly. So they believe the end of suffering, even if it's nothing, is still a better state of bliss than what they might be going through currently in this realm. So I know many people's thresholds are getting pushed on. Many people are getting impatient. You know, a lot of people, you know, some of us have been training, practicing for 30 years in this hope, in this state of trying to attain enlightenment, trying to awaken fully from this realm. So I understand how aggravating this is, because I know for most light workers, especially starseeds that have gone through great trauma in their story, in this life, in this world, have suffered from PTSD for many years, anxiety, panic attacks, stuff like that. So I know that suffering very well. So we're all in this together. You know, no one knows what the event is going to look like. You know, some people say the solar flash, some solar wave, solar flare, you know, not a solar flare. Yeah, my guy, yeah, a lot of ascension symptoms mirror somewhat radiation exposure. There's a great book by Walter Russell. Who is one of the greatest geniuses that ever manifest in this realm, called Atomic Suicide. Let's see if you can see this. Make this a little bigger. Atomic Suicide. What radioactivity is, why and how it kills, and what to do about it. he was was one of the world's greatest artists. But this book is phenomenal. It was written, his wife wrote this, Leo. She was named after Lao Tzu, but they pronounce it Leo Russell. She wrote a book called Love, which is an amazing book too. But Walter Russell and Leo were written out of history, basically, because they were awakening the human race. There's Walter here. Walter Russell, he was one of the world's greatest artists, engineers, architects, and his wife Leo. I think he was like in his 60s or 70s when he married Leo. Let's see, he started the University of Science and Philosophy in Virginia. This was written in 1957. The preservation of humanity in its threatened hour of total extinction. This book is humbly dedicated. So he talks about what radiation is, which is really are different octaves. So here's his chart. I don't know if you can see that. And the different octaves of the elements. So they're different frequencies. Yeah, different wavelengths. What's happening? So the first octave with the beginning, the alpha, the first wave. So the alpha, and then the omega, the end, which is the beginning. So the higher octaves near, so it's like the end of life. You know, it speeds up. It's like the death process. But he talked about like radiation. You know, we say radiation poisoning, but it was really electricity. It's like being electrocuted. He kind of explained it as like you have a log in the woods that's naturally deteriorating. It could take years or months to deteriorate, and that you set it on fire. Fire is raising the frequency of that element, and then it takes, you know, an hour, you know, half hour, however dry the wood is to burn up and then become ash. So it speeds it up. That's basically what radioactivity is. But we are being bombarded with these cosmic rays and cosmic radiation. So it's a different form of radioactivity, but it's still electricity, it's still code, it's still vibration. But this book's really worth reading. I read it years ago. But it has a good explanation. He also wrote a book called The Secret of Light, which talks about what light is, and, you know, where it came from, what its purpose is, that we are really made of light. So you'll be seeing, you know, there's also a lot of crazy weather, a lot of volcanoes erupting, Mount Etna, you know, that volcano in Hawaii that's flowing. They're saying that the island is growing almost daily. Then this hurricane that is clearing, you know, purging. The earth is purging as we are, as we are. And yeah, we're in the final countdown. We're definitely in the final countdown. Now it could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. even a couple of years. Some people say by 2020. I was watching an interview with Dr. Richard Allen with Alfred Weber of Exopolitics. It was a great interview. This guy is a trip. And it's saying 99. This guy.
You need to get things done.
Oopsie. You know, Mulder or whatever from the X-Files. His life was basically scripted after this Dr. Richard Allen Miller. And this guy's a genius. He trains the Navy SEALs with biofeedback. He was a doctor. He taught metaphysics at Harvard. Now this was an Alfred Lambermo Weber's YouTube channel. I'm going to throw this in the link. But he talked about, he works with, he's a survivalist too, and works with the some of the elders like the Inuit. And they're all talking about this day after tomorrow type event that is going to change this realm virtually overnight, and he says they're predicting by 2020. But many people believe that we will transition to 5D by that's a certain timeline. Like even Alfred talks about that. Can we avoid this day after tomorrow? You know, the day after tomorrow is like that movie where, you know, the northern hemisphere froze like overnight basically. So he's saying 99.95% certainty that the Earth's ocean currents will have to reboot, and by 2020, he was talking about the currents in Europe had totally stopped. I don't know if he was talking about the air currents or the ocean currents, but you know, like Barry Long says, no matter what happens, you know, if it's a day after tomorrow type event, that the children will still laugh and sing and play, and the birds will still sing. That life is going to go on. Basically, no matter what happens in this realm, you know, there's a higher power at hand. You know, depending on what this purging is going to do, and this cleansing of the earth, that what will come out of it is going to be the new earth. And many people are getting messages and channeling that you know, that this, you know, heaven and earth are going to merge, that spirits will be able to take on form, and that we'll be able to connect and communicate and work with the other side. Very strange. That's Alfred. So that was a pretty interesting, some of the stuff that, some of the concepts that he was talking about. And he's doing some underground vertical growing farms in different silos in the earth. But ultimately, you want to stay out of fear, you know, because ultimately good is going to come out of whatever is happening in this realm. Here's a video of the event on October 11th, 2018, what will happen. Now 1010 keeps coming up. We got 10. There's this code that's coming out that we're going to be, it's going to be 0010110. We got the 1010, the 1011. Many people are seeing, it's at 11 likes here. We got 10 and 25. This number comes up for me all the time. I was born on the my story, the story of Paul was started 510, and my twin flame was 525. So I always see 10s and 25s. And we're both 5s, you know, 510, 525. Hey, thank you, My Scott. we're all in this together. I'm doing this for my team, for you, for everyone that this resonates with. I know it's not for everyone. Type of change. I think that we have changed that. Yeah, it's not about doom and gloom. It's about being prepared. This message about being prepared. I mean, obviously, you can't totally prepare for a day after tomorrow type event, but I do believe that we are being helped by galactics. Like no matter, see, I named my website Prime Disclosure. See, primedisclosure.com, because of that. From Star Trek, the Prime Directive. That Prime Directive was basically that the sky beings, or what people call aliens or higher dimensional beings, were not allowed to interfere with the evolution of the human race, or evolving civilizations. But the natives believed, what they believed, that they were interacting in the past, but some kind of quarantine was put on this realm that I believe that Prime Directive, if it was in the past, that it has been lifted, the quarantine has been lifted, but these beings cannot just pop up in your backyard. I mean, they could, but many people would be traumatized, and they're trying to avoid this trauma. They're trying to, it's like a soft disclosure. That's why, Prime, the original, or the one, like people say the Prime creator, the Prime, disclosure is that I believe that we are in the time of disclosure, that once these realities merge, and once our energy is raised to a certain level, that we will reunite with our star brothers and sisters fully and consciously. Yeah, they are my sky revealing in the clouds and in the sky. I see many clouds now that look like ships, and that's part of the cloaking and part of the holographic technology. Because there's been so much fear-based programming around the galactics, or the sky beings, the star nations, with films like Independence Day, whatever else they got, Body Snatchers this, and horror films that, and blah 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 blah, the Signs with what's his name? Yeah, check out My Sky, or My Sky's 5D channel. They are putting out. I don't know what your real name is, My Sky. Sorry, but check out My Sky's channel. There's a lot of cool cloud videos. I'll pop it in here. You can always throw your link in there, My Sky. I don't know if you can, but I'll pop it in there. Let's go to your videos. There we go. No, I don't know if that popped in there. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson. Thank you, Lisa Lou. Oh yeah, Signs. That that they had a negative twist. I don't know, what the agenda is. I mean, obviously, part of the agenda of Hollyweird. I don't know if that popped up. My Sky. Yeah, there it is. My Sky's channel there. Check that out. Yeah. What in the world? Huh. Lost it again. Oh, that's lovely. It's always funny the faces you make when the image is stilled. It's like, ooh. I don't know what I was doing here. So yeah, you know, if you have any interesting dreams or get any codes in your dream, you know, put them in the link below this, you know, in the description, not the description, but in the comments below the description. You know, in the next few days, anyone that watches this, if you have any interesting dreams or codes. Yeah, that Signs movie. I mean, it was cool with the crop circle, but it's like, come on, Mel, what were you thinking? So yeah, depending, you know, the next few days, I'm gonna try to do a live stream, you know, from Lake Erie. Maybe we can call down some of the Star Nation. You know what helps, Lisa Luhu, is, you know, if you start journaling in the mornings right when you wake up, because there's that moment, like if you make it an effort, like right when you wake up, start picturing what you were dreaming and start like visualizing, and you could start running through images in your mind, people, you know, places, and usually it'll trigger a memory. And then as long as you remember, you know, more and more of the dream will start coming back. But if you start writing them down, it'll remind you to, you know, in the morning remember, or in the middle of the night if you wake up. You know, also, I used to do lucid dreaming practices, and you know, through the day you can look at your hands and ask yourself, you know, is this a dream? And then before, as you're going to sleep, tell yourself, program yourself, you know, repeat in your mind, when I look at my hands, I will know that I'm dreaming. You know, when I look at my hands, I will know that I'm dreaming. And then when you're in a dream, something will trigger and it'll remind you to look at your hands, and when you do, you will realize that you're in a dream. And it's pretty mind-blowing, because dreams are much more vivid than you remember, and when you're in them, they're so surreal and vivid that you wonder to yourself, like, how could I have not known this was a dream? Because it's like 10 times more powerful, intense, vivid than this realm. And then what you do is you observe your environment, as observe the dream. You keep looking back at your hands to hold your awareness into that waking awareness. You know, you're basically bringing your waking consciousness into the dream world, into that, what some people call the astral world. So yeah, I've been meeting more and more people that have been red pilled, you know, that are waking up from the matrix, people that just run into on the street or coming into my store, my business. They just start talking about experiences, paranormal experiences or conspiracy type experiences, and then we'll have an hour or 2 hour conversation about you know, things going on in this realm. Also, check out Awakening to Remember, this 144 template and grid. This is Lisa Transcendence Brown, her latest article, which is, you know, Avatar Consciousness Code Anchoring and Lock-in Process is complete. The Labyrinth codes now available for each 12D template completed early. So she's been working with bringing through, holding, and integrating the completion codes for the 144 Avatar Consciousness template completion phase. So basically, the team of 144 avatars are awakening to a state to change the consciousness template of this realm. These processes take all of our focus and dedication to fully anchor within us while simultaneously linking up with Gaia's galactic, universal, cosmic, multi-dimensional grids and templates as we continuously bring the light-encoded intelligence, which is information. So this information and intelligence is part of these cosmic rays that are manifesting into this realm, through which we share with all, disperses these codes out into the unified field of super consciousness. Each time they do this, these codes, now always available to all, can be translated, shared, transmitted, received by way of various delivery means to assist with acceleration for all of humanity here. August has been a most important month for us all. All that has occurred on a deeper and more expansive level, which is the quantum, wow, no words, presence through our breath. There's no way to linearly explain the peace, the beauty, the connectedness of all, when this is where we live, exist, and function from deeply and fully from within. Talk about timeline jumping. Whoa. You know, dedicated light keepers, gatekeepers, grid keepers, intentional anchors, and stabilizers. You, we all rock. Keep it up. Even if you don't think this is you, it is. It is you. You're anchoring these codes. You know, there's the 144,000 light workers and star seeds are anchoring these codes through their DNA into the crystalline grid of the earth. We not only completed the 9th dimensional template with Gaia the Collective, which was a huge surprise, the 12D template codes also started coming through pretty much as soon as we completed the 9D template lock-in. These have not been unlocked within Gaia's template for collectives, and by collectives doing this work intentionally, Gaia's 12D light body template has now also unlocked the 144 oversoul avatar consciousness codes fully. So these 144 oversouls are connected to the 144,000 light workers in this realm. And the 144,000 are anchoring into the crystalline grid, which is spreading like water, like electrical current through all of humanity. So more and more of humanity is awakening. Check out this rose quartz. I'm always surrounded. So another thing that you can do is, oh yeah, the 7th seal, the 7th seal. So Orgonite and Sugarnite. Orgonite, Sugarnite. You can surround yourself. There's pyramids that you can buy, and then the 7th seal image. If you go to deepdisclosure.com, where are we? I can wake myself up. I'm dreaming something I don't. Yeah, my name will be Sophia or something. You know, Sophia was the original name, potentially, but that was from the Library of Nag Hammadi. She was like the original divine feminine that created the angelic realm or the archonic realm. But some people, yeah, are calling Gaia Sophia, but also Nova, the new name, some people call Nova Gaia, the new Atlantis. Namaste, Namaste, Lucy Ann. I'm gonna pop in Lisa's article. Boom. I'm only allowed, wow. Now I'll pop in her website. You can go to the 140. It only lets me put 200 characters, and there's 203, so I'll just pop in Lisa's Transcendence Brown. Awakening to Remember. So let me pop up, let's see if I can find Orgonite. Orgonite. I think Wilhelm Reich worked with this element. The orgon, yeah, Wilhelm Reich, he was a genius, someone else that was written out of the history books. Orgonite, positive energy. Orgonite, sheesh. I don't know if you can, Amazon will not, are we in books? Yeah, we don't want to, we want all departments. Boom, there you go. Piezo electrical Orgonite hex bullet pendant. See, here's look at this, small black sun Orgonite tower busters, powerful orgone generator. This blocks EMF electromagnetic frequencies. Mini cloud buster. What they're doing with these, they're creating water and deserts, clouds that can create rain. There's a place in Africa that's been dry for hundreds of years that are, they're growing food, they're growing crops there now. I've been doing the 7 seals since it, oh, thanks Alexander. Jumping around. Visualize the under. Awesome, that's cool. I'm gonna, so this is, you can buy these. Surround yourself with the Orgonite. This will block out the 5G that they're starting to put out there. The Tower Buster. These have highly charged crystal gemstones. It's a mix of clear quartz, rose, citrine, and amethyst. And they put a copper spiral to help boost the flow of the energy vortex, and brass shavings on the bottoms. This is, I mean, $4 plus 5 for shipping. That's for 1 puck. You want to surround yourself. Get 4 or 5 of these things. Black sun. They create negative ions with the EMF waves that are penetrating this. That it's basically like a Faraday cage. You check out Faraday cage. I'm jumping around a lot. These energies are really, a lot of things are starting to come through me. Here's a charged pyramid. I've also been sleeping under a copper pyramid for about 20 years, and I have a lot of stories about that. I was healed. It saved my life once. Got blasted with golden light. Oh, there's a ton of these on here. Awesome. Charged gemstone orgone pyramid, certified Orgonite with turquoise. This thing's $13 in shipping. I mean, this thing. Look at this with the copper heart spiral. I mean, that thing is awesome. I'm gonna order a couple of these up tomorrow. I'm gonna pop this in here. Wow. Let's see, I've been doing this. Sophia's the original, yeah, that actually, some people do believe that Mother Earth, that was her original name, that it'll be revealed again. But it's also, Sophia was the non-physical, the divine waters of the non-physical realm. See, the matrix or matrix, ma was water, and trix was sacred or divinity. So that original matrix, the divine matrix, the true matrix, which was taken over by the archons, which became the false matrix, or the matrix the negative matrix, the negative polarity, we're shifting back to that positive timeline. But these will definitely help through this transition. These orgonite, and then let's see, orgonite. These is piezoelectrical material. This can help you also to connect with the star brothers and sisters. Terence McKenna realized that a lot of people that had these paranormal experiences, like say with Bigfoots or spaceships, stuff like that, that they were in areas where meteorites hit, and meteors are filled with these elements, with these crystal structures that they would say are piezoelectric, which it gives off an electrical current, a higher frequency, because to connect with the higher dimensions, these, like say 5D beings can come down, you know, they meet us halfway, so you have to raise your, you can do this through meditations, but also people that never meditate in their life, they're exposed to this piezoelectrical material that it basically releases the DMT, and that Dr. Richard Allen talked about, you know, when we get that chills up and down our spine, or you know, that blissful feeling, that's actually your pineal gland is releasing DMT into your brain, into the crystal palace. So let me see if I can find this. Let's see. I'm probably spelling this wrong. Shungite. Yeah, there we go. Shungite. Look at this. Shungite. See, basic EMF protection and root chakra balancing. A bracelet, a pendant, and a stone. So you can wear this pendant. See, kind of like my pendant. This is called Mei Long. Mei Long protects the middle dantian, or the heart chakra. I always wear this when I teach, you know, the art that I teach, Kunlun it's called. So you can get these Shungite pyramids. You can get a set here of 4 pyramids. But I'm going to pop this here too in the link here. Now, if you're watching this video in the future, you know, after the live stream, you know, check out the comments for all these links that we're putting out here. Yeah, Sintamani stone is is very powerful. Thanks, Alexander. Speed up spiritual path protection. If your heart on Earth will help Earth's grid and create a vortex. Yeah, from cobras. Yeah, the Sintamani stone. I don't know if you might be able to get that on Amazon. Oopsies. Sorry, clicking around here. Hope I didn't. Sintamani. Let's see if I can find that. So let me go back here to the 7th seal. Let me pull that up, see if we're still, yep. I'm gonna have to shut down here soon, head home, but I'm gonna deepdisclosure.com. It's M created this. You know, this is one of his 7th seal, the Gnosis Unveiled series. This is volume 2. These are good books from a lot of symbolism, sacred geometry, about opening. Whoever finds greater mysteries of Moses. Let's see if I, you know what? That ain't gonna work. See if I can find it here. Trying to find the image. They had another website here. Let's see if.
Hi! We're from the future. 2 whole minutes in the future.
There it just was. Thank you, Mice Guy. Appreciate you coming. Appreciate everyone that is here tonight together, connecting our energies, connecting our light through these technologies, through this medium. I hear the rain outside. So they're doing activations too. You can join M and Mrs. M, 7th Miss M. They're doing it every 22nd of the month. So they had a few days ago. It's $11 and you can join. You can join them live too in Sedona. They're going to be traveling around like Asheville, San Francisco, Denver. I want to find this before I have to run. Hey Chris, how you doing? Thanks for coming. We've been on like an hour and a half here, but I'm going to be ending here soon. Thank you, Alexander. Love and light, my friend. Great to connect, even if we connect just for a moment. That's very powerful. You know, we're connecting heart to heart all over the world, all over this Mother Gaia. Pretty soon we'll be connecting telepathically, but we're using technology now until our gifts are fully awakened. Son of a Gunderson. I don't know if I could. Oh, you know what? Bet you I can. Cool sound. Not sure what that was. Maybe this is. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I'm good. I'm very good. You know, the energies are rising and falling. You know, we're just riding the waves. You know, I mean, I know some moments our thresholds are being pushed on. Some people are going over the deep end. Some people are really releasing crazy energies, purging. But hey, our Gregory, thanks for coming. Glad everyone could make it. Trying to see if I can add an image here. Local file, boom. Doing this on the fly now. I'm trying to figure out too how to get other people to join me. I think I might use Zoom. So if anyone would like to join me on the show, we can have a conversation, or I mean on this channel, whatever you want to call it. Why am I not seeing this? Oh, I can't. Weird. Image. There we go. Let me add an image. There we go. Can you all see that? That is a 7th seal. I posted it on my Facebook page, I think. So that's something. Thank you, Lisa Luhu. Blessings, love and light to you. So if anyone has a webcam that wants to have a conversation, you know, live, do it live, stream it here on this channel. I don't know if I'm, let me see. Not seeing this in real time here. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, so that's the 7th seal. The image that's just to my left or right. That's from M. If you go to my Facebook page, Prime Disclosure, you know, just look up Prime Disclosure on Facebook. I'll put a link in the chat here. Come on now. Come on now. Not that I have 50 tabs open or anything. You can get that, I think I put that image. They were selling a image of it, of that 7th seal, on eBay, but that link was down. You can never do enough research, you know. So that image, that 7th seal there, you know, if you go to Prime Disclosure I can't find the link to it on M's site, but I posted a link, and you know, you want to print that out and then get it laminated and sleep with it under your pillow. You'll get some codes transmitted to you, and also sleep with that orgonite and the shungite. Many people are getting this messages about sleeping with that or wearing it throughout the day. It helps block the EMF frequency, electromagnetic frequencies. You know, because there's a lot of positive ions in the air, and the orgonite and the shungite convert. They release negative ions, just like those Himalayan pink crystal lamps. You know, those lights that are with the pink salt, those salt lamps. Yeah, the seventh seal is the crown chakra. You know, that's been opening up on people. Oh, it's chilly. Where are you at, Chris? You know, it's pretty warm here. We're in Cleveland. I have a beaver lodge and a fish lair. Yeah, I have a beaver lodge that's pretty close that I sometimes visit. Yeah, exactly. Beverly Nation was talking about shungite. That it's coming through a lot of channels now, and the orgonite. Let's see, I posted a link above. Let's see, to these orgonite pyramids. You can get on Amazon. I'll pop it in there again. These are very powerful. This one has, you know, the bioenergy, orgonite. Let me put that. Boom. You know, sleep with these around your bed. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, I want to do more sound healings. Oh, Bogota. Wow, you get around, Chris. That's awesome. I don't know if I think it's pronounced Bogota. Yeah, Sedona. I love Sedona. I train with my Sifu there, and my buddy Todd, that we hiked through the vortexes there. Yeah, shungite. Yes, Lisa, it's good for the water, but may have to resort to use them since I'm on the move. Yeah, I know Amazon's not my favorite, but they pretty much sell everything. They're hard to avoid sometimes. What are you doing in Bogota? Just a vacation, or? Let's see. Oh yeah, in Colombia. A good friend of mine's from Guatemala. Oh yes, right in the heart of Colombia. You know, Ecuador is where I want to build a healing retreat center in Vilcabamba. But Bogota is supposed to be pretty cool. Wow. Oh. That's awesome. Lake Atitlan. Sweet, Chris. Going to Ecuador. They say Ecuador is the hub of the paranormal in South America. You can buy, oh wow, that is awesome. On the 12th, it's a very powerful day too, 12th of September. Day after September 11. So the next couple of weeks, very powerful energies are coming through. Let us know, Chris, what you experienced there in Ecuador. You should do a video about the Lake Atitlan. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Atitlan. That lake's supposed to be awesome. Let's see what we got here. Oops. Son again. So that is boom. Oh, in Guatemala. Yeah, a good friend of mine, Ileana, who consults with the angels. She's from Guatemala. That is wild. Oh, you're really getting around, Chris. That is awesome. Shungite, you can get that on eBay or Amazon. I'll pop the link in there again. So there's you know, tumbled stones, these little pyramids, Shungite balm, little rocks. I'll pop this in there again. Let's go. I was watching earlier too, yeah, a lot of synchronicities. Let me see if I can find this video. I'll look it up here. Boom, boom. This couple was explaining 5G and EMF protection by Orgonite and Shungite. I'm gonna pop this in the chat here. Let me see. I was watching this earlier today, which I think I did see Beverly talking about it too, but somehow this popped up. Probably a suggested video from Mind to Mind. That they actually put it out today too, so you know, like I said, another synchronicity. Yeah, you're anchoring in, Chris, all your code, you know, the code in your DNA into all these sacred spots, so that is awesome. Hey, Ja1, greetings, my friend. We're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes, but thanks for joining us, and appreciate your energy. That Chris says that the towers are everywhere. There's one right outside his Airbnb disguised by fake tree leaves. Hey, Ja1, where are you at? Where are you coming from here? I like the name. It's like Jalous. Jalous was rainbow body. Another name for rainbow body. Jalous. Oh, Tacoma, Washington. Quick, awesome. Hugh, yes. Hugh. Hugh, the one we all are, yes. The one we all are. So yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about tonight with the Organite, the Shungite, the Seventh Seal, the seventh wave. We're in the final stages of the seventh wave. I'm gonna pop. I got that seventh seal up here, so let me boom, disappear that. Disappear it. Disappear it. So in the next few days, a lot of things are gonna be revealed. It's gonna be a wild ride the next couple months. The fruition. Why did I? Where am I going here? Let's see, seventh wave. So here's again the completion of the seventh wave. We're at 86% linearly, but it's only 6% exponentially. Tomorrow we'll be up at 12%. 20, or I mean, we're at 90% and 12. Tomorrow will be 25 and 93% linear. So the next 3 days, a lot of things are going to be manifesting. A lot of gifts being awakening. Yes, the Sea of Tabs. I like that. That'd be a good name for a band, the Sea of Tabs. Or maybe the Sea of Tads. Tadpoles. I like that kitty picture. It looks, whoa! Schrodinger's cat. The great mystery. Quantum physics. 11, 77, 33, 11. The number sequence. So be aware of those numbers. 11, 11, 77. So the seventh seal is the crown chakra, and Tolek from Andromeda has been having M and Miss M. They have deep disclosure. If you check out the links above, I'll try to put them in the description. But that image I just had was the seventh seal image to open up the crown chakra. The seventh seal coincides with the seventh wave. It's the highest, chakra. It the percentages are the seventh wave, the manifestation. Yeah, the violet ray, the violet wave is coincides with the seventh seal, the seventh wave. The Saint Germain, the ray of Saint Germain. So the percentages are from Lilu, from Lisa M. Harrison, and they have to deal with. She explains in this video. I'll pop the link in the description again. If you watch her video, she really goes into detail, but it's basically the percentage of the wave, that the seventh wave that started July 31st, the fruition of it and the energy and the manifestation of it will be at 100% of the wave. It's been growing exponentially the last few days. It will be at 100% on August 29th. What that means, it'll be a breakthrough point, August 29th, which, let me you know, into the 30th will be a breakthrough point, a deep anchoring of the 7th and final wave. So basically, there's no turning point. I know that's a turning point, the 29th. So yeah, no one can say totally what this means, but it'll be at 100% the 7th wave. It's been growing and exponentially since the 1st, or actually since July 31st, but the Lionsgate on 8/8 really pushed it in the eclipse. I think, what was that, on the 11th or 12th or something, rolled that, anchored in that wave into the crystalline core of the earth, and then it's just been growing by percentages since that day. And then based on the information from Lisa Harrison and Lilu, it'll be the 29th. The wave will be fully anchored 100%. So we shall see what this will bring. That's that. So I'm thinking it's 11:25 here, Eastern Time, on 8:25. I think this is a good time to end the stream. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Team of 144. Much blessings, much love, much light. I connect with you through the heart center. And let's send our waves of life. As we anchor deep into the earth, we raise our frequencies into the highest realms, into the highest heavenly light. And then we transcend all things, reuniting with the great mystery that's in the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. Thank you everyone for joining. Thanks everyone for liking the videos, for sharing your stories. 144, blessed love, light. Yes, my friends. We are all one. We are all in this together. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us. Much love. Powering up the arc. Awesome. Yes. We're all going to be powering up here. We can all feel it deep within ourselves. Much blessings, much love. Amen. Brothers and sisters of the light, of the tribe of 144, the team of 144. Peace, love, light, truth. Thank you. Namaste. Be well. Be well, my friends.